Football. What's up, man? Elite Football.
Yes, thank you for taking my request. Well, I'd say to the the last person that asked why they thought it was anti-Semitic. If you look at we take the etymology of the word Semitic, it comes back to the Semites, which were a group of people in Africa, descendants of Shem. And see, because it all goes back to the Bible. And you're saying he's having some sort of, he's playing chess. I'd say, yes, sir, he is the ultimate spiritual chess, in which we're all engaged in this life, whether we're religious or not. I'm saying spiritual because you see the root of these religions, whether it be Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, is from a figure by the name of Abraham. Abraham is the son of Shem.
Okay. Did any of these spirits help get Kanye's billions back? Are they going to get his billions of dollars back?
Yeah, I think that through community in which, he's exposing who controls the system. So what it has done for me as a leader of my community is it's forced me to
Exposed to who? Who has he exposed them to?
young African Americans as myself who has I've because of Kanye looked into the history. I took a deeper dive.
Okay, slow down. Okay, because we're going to walk this through. So now he's exposed you to who the real enemies are, who really control stuff. Now, what are you going to do to stop them from controlling stuff?
Well, I made a pact with myself today. I'm going to better learn the laws of God. I'm going to become a better.
So you're going to sit down and pray. You're going to pray the hatred away. You're going to pray.
No. I mean, I actually run a nonprofit. So, see, because in Judaism, one of the things is action in the world. Like you have to take action.
Praying it away.
No.
You keep quoting religion. Yes, that's prayer. You're just quoting religion. This is some religious stuff. So now, you're going to beat them in spiritual warfare. Okay, that's powerless talk. That's powerless talk, sir.
But I would say I'm in a position to actually impact the youth in my community. So I don't think it's powerless.
How are you going to do anything about what Kanye exposed?
As a black leader in my community, I am going to enlighten my fellow young black men as to what their true heritage is. I'm in a great position.
Okay, so you're just going to talk to them about why they can't do nothing. Okay. All right, so now that Kanye squandered billions to let you know who the real enemies are. You can't do anything about it. Kanye's money is gone, so now Kanye is just getting closer to powerlessness. Is that where we're going with him?
You really think Kanye's money is gone? You really think so?
2 billion gone.
I don't think so. And time's gonna tell.
2 billion too much. Wait, is he lying?
Time's gonna tell him. Kanye's money isn't gone. What do you mean? He
just lost $2 billion. He said this. He lost $2 billion. I think it's more, but he said he lost $2 billion in 2 days. Do you think he's lying about that?
Yes, I think time will tell. Kanye's not.
Why would he lie about that? And why are all of these other corporations that's backing out of these deals with him and these money deals are just falling through the wayside? Are they lying too? Come on now, you're not dealing with.
They're trying to hide the fact that African Americans themselves are the lost tribes of Israel. That's why they're doing this.
Right. Okay, so are you a Hebrew Israelite?
That's what I'm saying. After learning from Kanye, I've done more research and absolutely I'm going to convert. What? Okay. I'm going to convert. What?
Got it. So now that you're going to convert to being a Hebrew Israelite, what are you going to do about replacing the system of white supremacy with a system of justice?
Right. There are certain laws that we have to follow. There are certain laws that we have to follow that we haven't been taught. There are certain.
What are the laws?
Things. One of the most basic laws of Abraham from the Torah, which is the Old Testament. Everybody that's Christian knows this book. They kind of hid it from us. But one of the basic laws, believe it or not, is you have to teach your kids to swim. That's one of the basic things. Another basic law.
Have a good day. Have a good day. Thank you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Prison Babble. This is what niggas do in prison. That's called prison babble, family. Niggas get in prison and start talking just like this. This sounds like a nigga who'd been to prison before. It's jail babble. I've talked about this before. One thing I can respect about a white boy, when a white boy goes to jail, you know what white boys be doing? White boys be figuring out, how do I break out of here? That's why when you see prison breaks, usually it's white boys. That's one thing I can take my hat off to a white cat. When they go to jail, the white boys looking at the plumbing, looking at the ceiling, looking at what time the guards go to sleep. The white boys like, man, let me figure out, how can I get up out of here? How can I break out of this joint? So you turn getting your freedom from physical bondage into its own religion. You sit there and study every little nook and cranny, and then you start figuring out when you get out there on that pavement, where you're going to go, where you're going to get clothes. You can hitchhike a ride somewhere, get out of the country, go to Canada, lay low. The white boys kind of plotting on how to get out and get some real freedom. When Negroes go to jail, the first thing they do is start converting to different religions, trying to pray themselves out of it. Cats go to jail and just convert to just a million different religions. You see, you're Muslim, Hebrew Israelite, you're Moor. Niggas be having on 4-5 different hats. You got on a kufi, a turban, a fez. You can't even keep all the hats on. You done made your bed sheets into a dashiki. You start focusing on religion, which, truth be told, religion without action and codification is another way to wallow and deal with powerlessness. Your religion has to be backed up with codification and actions. I don't want to hear nothing about a religion if you're not putting an action behind that religion. I don't want to hear about a Hebrew Israelite unless you and some other Hebrew Israelites are getting out here in the streets, building something, or physically changing the landscape of your predicament. I don't want to hear about no religion unless you're out there on the pavement with other people who are part of your religion. Your religion is something that's supposed to codify you. That's why I respect the Haitian Revolution. I did a movie about the Haitian Revolution called 1804. If you have not seen that movie, you need to see it.
There's nothing that happens after the Haitian Revolution in our fight for freedom across the Caribbean and North and South America that wasn't influenced by the Haitian Revolution.
The African people on the island fought all the largest armies of the world at the time and won over each one of them. Whooped the Spaniards, beat up the French, knocked down the British.
The Haitians have a pride about them. Their revolution is the most important thing to them. The first thing they instill in you is that you are the first Black Republic.
1804 becomes important because it's the date at which the implementation of the dream of real revolution and real equality and new nation status and the ability to defend your new nation is manifest.
When you look at modern historians, when they talk about victories that Europeans had over non-white people, they always frame the narrative as victories. But when African people rise up and fight off their European oppressors, they frame the narrative as a massacre.
Africans everywhere that were enslaved resisted it. Haiti becomes significant because it was the first time in human history that an enslaved population actually overthrew their oppressors.
The Haitian Revolution, though, was the most organized, the most large scale, the most impressive in terms of structure and complication from the very beginning.
Haiti made more money for France than all 13 colonies.
The Haitian Revolution was very influential, particularly amongst Africans. It was seen as an inspiration for Africans in this hemisphere, just as it was seen as a horror by those who held slavery here.
There is a concept that we must defeat Haiti. We must ground them into the ground. We can never let them rise. They are an example of black power. They are an example of what happens when people who are oppressed decide to stop being oppressed.
The Haitian brothers and sisters, they were practicing Christianity and they were mistreated so badly. They said, wait a minute, let's stop this. Let's focus on our religion, which is voodoo. And then what we're going to do is draw out the gods within voodoo that's going to help us liberate ourselves. So they had a voodoo ceremony at Wakaman Swamp, had a ritual where they tapped back into their voodoo spirit and they prayed to the god of Ogun and some of those other warrior gods to help give them the strength to battle and fight those mighty European armies. They got their strength and then they defeated those armies. They defeated the French, they defeated the Spanish, and they defeated the British. That's the kind of religion I'm talking about. Or the religious codification. No matter what the religion is, if you're codified around that religion to empower yourself in the physical realm, that's how the religion is supposed to work. But your response to a group of people, we're talking about a subgroup of religious people who are codified by power, and they're using that power against Kanye to punish him. The entire dominant society is on code with that too. You see? You better understand what power is. We got to understand power. Power is not running from religion to religion, from religion to religion, and just relying on praying and using symbolic gestures towards that religion to free and liberate us. No, you have to put physical action and codification with other people who share your religion. Y'all have to put that into action. Anyway, guys, I hope that was constructive. We've got a lot of folks in here, a lot of people in here, ladies and gentlemen.